Welcome along. This episode is about resolving conflict, resolving disagreements. Have you ever noticed how put two people in a room for long enough and the likelihood is at some point they will potentially fall out with each other about something, they'll disagree about something. In fact, there's some people I know that you could put them in a room on their own and they would fall out with themselves about something at some point. Now, I don't know whether you know this, but there are different ways of thinking that lead to conflicts happening, and therefore by knowing that, we can unpack that and come outside of that. So for example, over here we have is it my idea or is it their idea, for example, or is it A or is it B? This could be a dilemma where there's should I, shouldn't I, or will I do this or will I do that? Now, when we think in terms of polarity, two separate things in that way, that causes the dilemma or the conflict. How about this? What if we drew a line from one to the other? When we draw a line from one side to the other, that creates a continuum of possibilities from this side all the way over to that side. That's known as fuzzy logic, the possibilities in between, the grey areas between the black and the white. What if there's a potential solution? Rather than there being just one option or another, we've got a whole range of possibilities in between. Another way of looking at this is, and maybe you're aware of this symbol, what we do here is it's the yin-yang symbol. We look at, okay, so what is the bigger picture in which both ends of this continuum or both ends of this polarity are true? What is the bigger picture? Well, as soon as we have the bigger picture in which those things are both true, if we're able to then talk to another person about that bigger picture, we at least are starting from the same place. So let me give you an example of this. Let's say a couple are looking for a car. One of them likes the idea of a kind of sports car, flashy, fast. The other one wants more of a sensible car, estate car, carrying things around from A to B, etc., etc. Well, okay, so now we've got in that couple a tension. They may not be able to agree upon that. But what is the big picture? What is common to both of them? Well, they both want a car. That's the starting point. You'll also find that within that there will also be other things that they have in common, which may be, for example, comfort, safe car. They might want a dependable car. So there's still going to be things that they will agree upon rather than just focusing on the either or, this possibility or that possibility. Okay. If we take this idea of a potential conflict between two people where they have a disagreement around something, one person has one idea, one approach, the other person has a different idea, a different approach as to how to achieve something. What normally happens in that environment is both parties will obviously sell the benefits, the great things about their own side, but what they tend to focus on is the disadvantages, the negatives of the other party. What that tends to do is if both parties focus on the negatives of each other's, that spirals down into potential conflicts. But is there a way of going the other way to, let's say, get innovation, new ideas, new possibilities? What if both parties ended up focusing on the advantages of each other's side? Now, the way to do that, real world, the way to do that, next time you're in a meeting, let's say, with somebody else, and you disagree with their idea, their proposal, there's got to be something about it that you do agree with, something that you do like about their idea. So rather than telling them what's wrong with their idea and what you disagree with, actually say to them, do you know what? What I like about your idea is that it gives us X, Y, Z. Okay. Then you say, what I'm saying about my idea is that it gives us this, this, and this. Is there another alternative, a third way, an alternative solution that gives us the best of both worlds, that gives us exactly what both of us want? So rather than it being either or, one idea or the other, and having to make a decision to cut one side out or the other, what we're doing is we're looking for an integration, a synthesis, as I mentioned, best of both worlds possibility that gives one person what they want and the other person what they want as well. And it all starts from, you know what I like about your idea is, it gives us, boom, boom, boom. What does it give us?